So what I'll do is that I'm sure that you'll get a poll in the course of the day it will be released, but I'll just take you through the executive summary, just that. So basically, it's about exit polling of 3 swing regions: Greater Accra, Central, and Western. Now it says that the first exit poll conducted by Global Info Analytics for the 2024 elections in the 3 swing regions of Greater Accra, Central, and Western regions suggests that so you can read along with me. While the political parties intensified their campaign activities in the last 3 months of the campaign, the polls revealed that only 16% of voters were yet to be decided. According to the poll, nearly 84% of voters had already made up their minds 6 months before the election, in line with pre-election polls. Just about 5% of voters made their decision in the last 1 month, and 3% in the last week before the vote. On vote buying, the poll shows that 24% of voters witnessed some sort of vote buying, of which 38% admitted they had personally received such inducement. The poll also revealed 56% of inducement came from MPP, 23% from NDC, 15% admitted taking the inducement from both parties, while 6% said they got their inducement from other parties. The exit poll shows that JDM won the 3 regions with 58%, DMB 34%, and others 8%. However, in the 2020 elections, the poll shows that the race was a dead hit between JDM and Nanado, 49.1% for JDM and 49.2% for Nanado. Contrary to the claims that MPP lost the election because their voters did not show up to vote, the poll points to contrary situation, as only 63% of voters who voted for Nanado actually voted for DMB. The data revealed that nearly 29% of Nanado's 2020 voters actually switched their votes to the main opposition leader, John Mahama. Analysis of the data revealed that among those who left Nanado's 2020 coalition included 4% of NPP voters. The poll also revealed that 76% of NDC voters who voted for Nanado returned home to vote for JDM, as well as 48% of floating voters who voted for Nanado. The poll also shows that 36% of NPP voters who voted for GMD in 2020 voted for him again, while 95% of NDC voters voted for him. Overall, 83% of NPP voters voted for DMB, 13% voted for JDM, and 4% voted for other candidates. For JDM, 88% of NDC voters voted for him, while 8% voted for DMB, and 3% voted for other candidates. The poll also shows that 65% of floating voters voted for JDM, with DMB receiving only 23%. 12% voted for other candidates. The poll shows that JDM won all religious groups. Among Christians, JDM 58%, DMB 36%. Among Muslims, JDM 60%, DMB 33%. JDM won among all ethnic groups except GUR, where GMD obtained 45% compared to 50% for DMB, and the race was tied among Mande ethnic group, 44% to 44%. It also shows that among voters who made up their mind over a year ago, 60% of them voted for JDM compared to 34% for DMB. For those who decided in the last 6 months, 55% voted for JDM and 33% for DMB. For those in the last 3 months, JDM 51%, DMB 36%. For those who decided in the last month, JDM 48%, DMB 38%. However, for those who decided in the last week, JDM 50%, DMB 35%. A clear evidence that in the last days of the campaign, DMB decline in the polls accelerated. The poll also shows that JDM dominated among voters whose concern was the economy and have JHS qualification. JDM obtained 62%, DMB 32%. Among those with SHS, JDM 64, DMB 29. Among tertiary, JDM 63, DMB 30. And among those without any formal qualification, JDM 63, DMB 31. However, for voters whose concern is education, the poll revealed much closer contests, confirming DMB's strength when it comes to education. Among those with GHS, the race was virtually tied, 48% for JDM, 47% for DMB. However, among those who may have benefited from free education policy and those at the tertiary level, where quality is key, JDM extended his lead to 51% and DMB 43%. Among those without formal qualification, the story is the same. JDM 52, DMB 41. The poll shows that among those who said they have personally received inducement from political parties, 55% of them voted for JDM, 35% for DMB. Among those who did not receive the inducement, JDM 66%, DMB 25%. On the return on investment in the inducement business, the poll shows that 67% of voters who received inducement from NDC voted for JDM, while 28% voted for DMB. For those who received it from NPP, 54% voted for JDM, while 41% for DMB. However, for those who received the inducement from other parties and independent candidates, JDM and DMB were tied on 34% each. But those who took the inducement from both parties, JDM obtained 53% and DMB 25%. So this is the executive summary of the exit poll on the swing regions of Greater Accra, Central, and Western regions. And
look, what it means is that if the turnout was high, they will have lost with a much wider margin, you know.
Well, maybe you might wait for the others to come to that conclusion.
Yes. But on a more serious note, the MPP, are you going to be apologizing to Mussa Dankwah? You were most unfair to him. Most unfair.
The NPP officially of persons in the NPP?
All of them.
Maybe persons.
Well, officially.
Some of them calling him a Zongo Lotto forecaster, and you know some.
But
miracles.
Look, Chief, as for polls.
But he's emerged as the most credible pollster in our country today.
Sammy, even JM.
Apologize.
Even JM poo-pooed some polls. Even John Mahama poo-pooed some polls.
But he's vindicated.
Huh?
He's vindicated.
The ones that you people sponsored was
vindicated.
That Smart Sapon poll was clearly
our official position.
A paid job.
As far as polling was concerned, any poll that comes, if he says we are doing well, it encourages, it means that we are the people to beat. So we have to run faster. If he says we are not doing well, it means we have to run faster to catch up.
So why were you attacking him? Why were your people attacking him?
The party never
Don't do that again. You people became so intolerant.
Miracle speaks for the campaign.
Yeah.
Not when Miracle attacked who?
Mussa Dankwah's poll.
We attacked the poll, not Mussa Dankwah.
Attacked him. He called him a Zongo Lotto forecaster. I mean, how can you be so mean and
cruel? Did you hear that?
Not this one.
But you see, Randy, let me comment on them.
That's why when I asked him, who are you, when he came here, who is Mussa Dankwah, I said Zongo Lotto forecaster. So he was being sarcastic.
Yes, he was being sarcastic.
Okay.
Yes, Anna.
Randy, as for
now you have X on your faces.
So you let me speak.
Shame on you.
He's insulting me.
No, you don't do that.
You mean shame on who, Nana?
Those who were doing that. Yeah, you don't do that.
Okay. It says not you, those who did that.
Anyway, like I told you, as for politics, Randy, as for polls, what are they about? They are about an election. So no polls trumps the election results. What does the election results tell us? The election results tell us that 2 million people who voted for NPP in the last election didn't vote for NPP. They stayed away. The reason why we say they stayed away is because you don't see significant increase in John Mahama's numbers from the election results.
And it's because you're holding John Mahama's performance in 2020 as a constant.
It's a constant, yeah.
It's because I am looking at the results.
Yes.
That's what I'm looking at. When Okujeto is telling us that this is unprecedented, what is he looking at? He's looking at the results.
Historical data.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Historical results.
Yeah. But the exit poll is saying something else.
And I'm saying the exit poll does not trump the results.
No, he explains the results.
Are the best.
No, he's explaining the results. That's what it is doing. It's just explaining the results.
And I'm also explaining the results. Okay? And I'm looking at the results really, how they are. And I'm saying that we got 6.7 million votes in the last election. John Mahama got 6.2. This year, he got 6.3. It's a marginal increase. We got 4.6, a 2 million decrease. We don't find those 2 millions going to other parties. So we're saying that these are people who voted for us, who stayed away. We don't find them voting for NDC or CPP or whatever. So our task is to find out why they stayed away. For me, I'm making that analysis to draw the conclusion that we need to go there and find out why they stayed away, whether it is anger and what.
The research is the only thing is that the research is also telling you that apart from those who stayed away, for those who actually went to vote, there were about 30-something% who in the previous election, at least in the 3 swing regions, voted for Akufo-Addo, but this time voted for John Mahama. So it's not just about those who stayed away, but even with those who exercised
I don't
their
have a
vote.
problem with his viewpoint. I'm saying
it's not his
that,
view. It's just giving us the findings of the
but the findings do not trump the findings given out by the results. The results show us that JDM's vote between 2020 and 2024 got a marginal increase. He say 30%. I don't see a 30% increase in JDM's.
No, you are misinterpreting what he's saying.
Oh, I am missing what he's saying. And he's not misinterpreting the results.
No. He's saying that.
Why is the misinterpretation? Show me.
No, he's saying that.
No, show me from the results.
No, he's saying that for those who went to vote, those who said they voted for Akufo-Addo in 2020, when we asked them, 68%, 67% of those people who said they voted. So if there were 10,000
so
people.
30% of NPP supporters swung to JD.
He didn't say supporters. Of the supporters, he said 4%. He said those. Because you see,
those who voted.
Those who vote are not necessarily.
Yeah, fine. But how do you know? So those who voted for NPP in 2020, he says 30%
for
of them.
Yes, 30-something%.
But did Mahama get a 30% increase?
Oh, Nana, that's why I said you are misinterpreting it. You don't get it.
In what way? Show me. 30% is 30%.
So no, hold on. He says that when we did the exit poll, for all the people who said that they voted for Akufo-Addo in 2020, in terms of 2024, 67% said they voted for Bawumia. 33% said they voted for JDM.
So shouldn't JDM's vote go up by that much?
No.
Why not?
Because you need to look.
Why not?
Nana, you need to look at that number. You must first of all identify that number. The number that constitutes those who voted for.
Anyway, let me give you another example.
It doesn't work that way.
In the 2020 elections, JDM got 1.5 million more as against 2016. Akufo-Addo got 1 million more. We interpreted it as meaning that there's a dip in the popularity. If somebody does an exit poll and say there's no dip and there's this and there's 10% and there's 30%, that's the accurate. We will look
there's a dip. But what constitutes the dip? That's what this one does.
Yeah, but there's a dip. And the numbers of the dip have been shown. 500,000.
Yes. The only thing is that if you don't interrogate it this way, your diagnosis for why the dip will be wrong.
We have said that we are now going to go down there and find out what caused the dip. For our purposes, this is what we want to do based on the results.
Right.
And that's what we'll do.
Okay.
Somebody else too can have their own.
Right.
Doc, very